very sad one for us as a people. And one we begin to wonder what is there about this administration that we can really look back to and applaud or commend. For crying out loud, I think it is not even about Buhari giving the service chiefs an order, a marching order, but I think it's about the security agencies doing the needful. You're working for someone or you're working with someone at a time as such, there are precocious issues that we should all face headlong. But it's a pity that we're acting the way we are acting. The entire administration is a total colossal failure for me. And there is little or nothing to score them right for. What still, this in cause of insecurity, given that this marching order, I just want to believe that something has happened during the negotiating process that brings a glimmer of hope that the presidency is clinching on. We're expecting to get the best from it. But for now, just like for me, like I already said, it's a broken record once again.
Okay, let's move on to politics right now. It says here that Atiku raises team to woo Wike, Rivers government camp adamant. What do you say to that?
I think it is expected, and we have expected this. I think he raises the team. He has sent a delegation before, and I think the response was cold, and he sent a larger delegation. And I think for me, like I've always said, the best permutations from an analytical viewpoint for the governor is to ensure that he jumps on the train, because obviously whatever transpired at the primaries, the electoral process were entirely his making. However, I think it is equally instructive that the People's Democratic Party have been taking clues from people's cries, a few cries and advices from all the nooks and crannies. You remember a couple of days ago, Orube stepped down, resigned from the party.
Yes.
And a lot of people
and joined the APC.
And joined
the APC.
Yeah, that is the trend. That's the trend of the conventional politicians. The two political parties just for them to keep staying on the job. And obviously, the university government is equally thinking of moving on. Well, we're likely going to see him join the APC. That is for the followers to understand that it is about securing the job. It's not about anything about. It's just about securing their stomachs. So for the People's Democratic Party, I think that Atiku is doing the right thing. The governor of River State, for me, should equally consider it. However, we remain obedient, and we're not ashamed of it. We're stressing it out for the world.
Okay, I hear you loud and clear. And you know, one of the things that I believe the presidential candidate of the PDP finds troubling is the quietness and the calm of the governor of River State. Like, it's quite unlike him to not say anything. He's saying nothing, so it's troubling for them. You know, they find it quite unsettling.
Okay, can I say something about that?
Please go ahead.
For me, I think the governor of River State is learning from his mistake lately.
Right.
The obvious is I don't think that we've had politicians who are noisy and possibly very arrogant and forceful who have graced power in the past two decades everywhere in the world. I can't remember any. The one that was seemingly looking noisy was Donald Trump, because then he was not in office.
Right.
And when he got into office and he tried to follow through that process, he found what happened.
Absolutely.
Obviously, these are not characters of leaders everywhere in the world. So for me, I think it's just only learning it. And if he keeps calm and tries to do the needful or work smart, not noisy, I think it will be in his interest for him and his followers. But taking about the old trajectory, I think is equally bound to be a doomed ending for them all.
All right, let's move on now. Now, the just concluded elections, governorship elections in Ekiti, is still generating a lot of reactions. And this time around, Abdul Salami Committee Transition Monitoring Group decry vote buying. Now, a lot of people are still insisting. And again, if you look at it, I won't even blame them, because these are the times of the power of social media at work and at play. And when you have people openly going live, posting videos of receiving money for their votes, how do you counter that?
You see, it's a very pathetic situation we found ourselves. We have seen this trend for years. And sometimes people will not like us to make references to the 2015 elections. But trust me, the 2015 elections gave us a glimmer of hope that we are working out a clear departure from the natural or normal norms in the political space. But 8 years down the line now, it is like we've even fallen back into the woods, even worse 30 years back. You could imagine, you saw the videos. These videos, some people will tell you they have made videos, like they have told us that Gandoje's videos were make videos we are seeing even on the train attack and make videos. And you begin to ask yourself, what kind of an administration is this? What kind of the government is this that debunks everything and is not acting on any lead to do the needful? More still, it is important and instructive to note that if people consider themselves to be very popular, a sitting governor working accidentally for what's it called, an SSG, with a former governor, the first governor of the same state, all working for that same person, and you can only resort to vote buying, it lets to tell you the level of disentitlement that the Nigerian populace have gotten about the political class. And if I would want to merge this particular story with the Ekiti state election in respect to Tommy Kimi's statement and the governor of Edo State statement, these are the glaring realities that stares every Nigerian in the face. Before now, people believe that just political arrangements that must functionally work for you to win elections. But the emergence of Bobby Wine in Uganda made the world understand that Africa, no matter how third world you look at it, people are informed and people are getting tired of the natural norms of looking at a very microscopic few running their own affairs and their lives. And if we want to play down on this as political gladiators or stakeholders in the big political parties, I can bet you that I've said it and I'll repeat it again on this platform. I've said it in different forums. If what transpired in Uganda transpires in Nigeria, then the end-SARS protest and the possible collapse will be nothing but the reality of the Nigerian state. Because the Nigerian people will not in any way sit down and allow the stakeholders try to wish it away. If they refuse to do the needful, going for the elections, and what is the needful? You are choosing to bring forth people that are possibly not popular, outside not popular. You brought out conventional politicians, not working to try to assuage the pains and worries of the Nigerian people. We are trying to make a formal conventional political space or trying to buy votes. If they bring the monies, we will take the monies because it's our monies. There are no politicians that have businesses in Nigeria, only a microscopic few amongst them. They have all stockpiled monies, and these are our monies. But trust me, if they want this country to move on and the country to remain as it should, that thing that they are talking about in the state election is just in one state. And look at what happened in the state. And INEC is trying to tell us, oh, the results was fair. They're trying to give us a fake news for me. It's a fake story because the evidence that stares us in the face completely contradicts what the INEC is reading out for us as the reality that transpired on Saturday.
It is sad indeed, truly sad. All right, and this is a story that does not even give me any much hope as well. It says forests across Nigeria taken over by terrorists. And this is coming from Ondo State Governor Akeredolu.
Now, if Akeredolu is talking about forests being taken over by terrorists, and there are governors who are seated and all they are thinking about is 2023, and there's a president who is coming out to ask the international community to prescribe IPOB, the terrorist group,
absolutely,
because he believes IPOB is involved in violent journalism and all of such. You cannot tell. That tells you how low this administration can ever get. This administration has become the lowest level of governance I can ever relate with anywhere I've ever read or ever connected with in the world history. And people, my biggest pain is not about the people that are in this administration. My biggest pain is the rurals, the common Nigerians, who for one reason or the other have the empathy they share for this administration, and the understanding and solidarity they have for this party and this administration. It is scary, and it does not leave me hope. But what I'm generally saying, a lot of people are downplaying it and making it look light. We saw what happened in a world church. We saw what happened in that church, and we are seeing a trend. As even on public forums, if this trend occurs in the mosque, as they happen in churches, will the government be this docile, will state be this docile, and will the other faiths act in the same manner of understanding? So the worry and the fight for our collective existence is supposed to be more paramount at this point in time. And when we talk about political flag bearers, party flag bearers, we're talking about serious engagement with the populace at this point in time. Not this petty politics of people trying to defect from one party to another, just getting here and there. Come on, these are not the issues on ground. The real issues are staring us on the face, and we are all pretentious about them.
Right.
We had the Malafia cry, and we are in that same year where these things are heightened. And we have the president who is pretending that this is not happening and is trying to look the other way and make chickens look more serious than where we have lions running upon the street. So for me, I think Akeredolu's call is one that every governor and every stakeholder and every citizen should take seriously and begin to have some think tanks within community reasoning.
Yes, indeed. You know, you just took the headline out of my mouth about the president, you know, calling for IPOB to be proscribed as terrorists and, you know, accusing them of pipeline vandalism. Speaking about this headline from the Ondo State governor saying that forests across the country, have been taken over by bandits and terrorists. A few days ago, we carried a report on our news, one of our broadcasts here, and it was the fact that there were a few communities in River States, Soko happens to be one of them, complaining that they have been hearing strange movements in their bushes. And, they complained also about the use of dynamite and chemicals to fish in their waters. And these people who do it actually are armed people. And I ask myself, who goes for fishing carrying guns?
We are all pretending. And what still the stakeholders that some of our young people applaud and run after, either in the name of governors, in the name of party chairmen, in the name of local council chairmen, and all of it. We are running after them. And these people don't even have an iota of what governance should be like. And they do not relate with the general public and the peers of the Nigerian people. Let me be emphatic. My own community, nobody goes to farm. In Delta State, nobody does go to farm as we speak. Everybody's at home because some set of people have taken over the bushes. And a couple of days ago, they were trying to do some ritual things, and I think it is working for them as it were. But these are the main and serious issues. At this point in time, we had a Southern Governors Forum who sat and put a ban on open grazing. Obviously, we can pretend for all there is. Everybody wants to be politically correct, but I think I always stand to differ, because the truth is, at this point in time, the first point of call for suspicion and worries are the nomads, the pastoralists. At this time, we must put a stop to it first and begin to check the influx of people that come into states and local councils adequately. If we have governors who have something in their heads and are thinking, first and foremost, they should have set up systems that should ensure that the ban on open grazing is enforced in the first place. Because we are pretending these things are not happening, but we are seeing reports and daily flyers, and they are obviously staring us in the face.
Absolutely.
So if we continue on this trajectory, I just tell you, one day we'll just be overrun. Look at what we're talking about. These people, we have seen nomads who ply boats, who are pilots. And in the course of the local court arrangement, they call them pilot one, even in the court arrangements here in River State. So obviously we can pretend for all there is to be pretending about, but trust me, the doomsday is staring us in the face, and if we do not do the needful, I think everything's about politicking. There are some people are thinking deeper and more scary measures to take or carry out. Only God, I think, at this point in time, and deep thinking can really help us out.
All right, Chuba, thank you so much. Let's just go to our comment section now and take comments on the review so far. But let me really quickly do a recap of the stories that could be found on our social media pages. Buhari directs security agencies to urgently rescue abducted Kaduna train passengers. Electoral bill, Deputy Speaker shuts down motion to override Buhari, cites procedural error. It has given us hope. Shina Pella joins Accord Party after dumping APC. Ned Woko says Peter Obi will do well as Minister of Economy under PDP. Apologize or will cut supply to FCT. Electricity workers tell EFCC over assault on AEDC staff. Federal government decentralizing national grid, investing $550 million to boost power. NNPP, female senatorial aspirant alleges marginalization. It's not tenable to remove fuel subsidy, and this is from President Buhari. Voter registration surge. Stakeholders worried over January collection dates for new PVCs. Pipeline vandalism. IPOB dismisses allegation as President Buhari blames group. EFCC arraigns ex-deputy controller of corrections for 8.7 million naira land scam. Abia pensioners beg federal government to intervene as 2 die on Monday. Whistleblowing policy. Nigeria recovered $386 million of stolen funds in 2021, says Buhari. Buhari defends Emefiele's unorthodox policies, says its alternative economic model. Forests across Nigeria taken over by terrorists. This is by Akeredolu. Ex-NHRC boss Odinkalo tackles Malami, insists federal government condones torture. Reps invites NAFDAC, SON, DGFCCPC, VC over poor quality disinfectants in circulation. Insecurity, we're developing and deploying robust IT systems to aid security agencies, and this is from the NSA. 48 million Nigerians still defecate openly, and this is from a report that was carried out. Lagos task force to crush 250 power bikes, dispatch motorcycles for violating traffic law or traffic rules. Atiku raises team to woo Wike, Rivers government's camp adamant. Okowa's VP slot only hope for Niger Delta, IYC tells aggrieved stakeholders. Ohaneze debunks endorsement of Tinubu as CNG, clarifies position on Okowa. Court sentences housemaid who killed Igbinediong's mother. PVCs for ongoing CVR ready January 2023, says INEC. Buhari to Western governments, Nigeria operates own economic model. Internet fraudster to wash Osun school toilets for 8 months. And finally, Ekiti, Abdusalami Committee, Transition Monitoring Group, decry vote buying. All right, so we have comments on our Facebook to take. But Chuba, do you want to respond to any of the stories in particular? Real quick, please.
Very importantly, first and foremost, I'll think on the deputy speaker's actions. You see, when people talk, it's like people just want to criticize the government. It is enough. It is not out of place for you to respect people or possibly call them your mentors and demigods. But their actions in turn should be able to make other people see such in them. How do I mean? When this administration came into power, we saw how the leadership of the House were formed, and we heard that anything you bring as a bill will pass. We are your children, we all kneel down, we have come to serve you as our God. And we are seeing it play out. Once again, it is very, very painful. And that is so painful that we have had people in the House that know little or nothing about legislative processes. I was a student representative at some point in time. And it is obvious that if the speaker is not in line with the deputy and the members of the House, the deputy cannot shut down the bill to override the president. But we have 4 guys being pushed to the front. Everybody's hiding behind him. Let somebody take the blame and collect the money. Yes, because this is what they want to do. The other should mean that we are running an authoritarian kind of government. And until something is done, it does not portend well for us as a people.
All right.
If we continue on this trajectory, I tell you, Obi, it is a pitiable situation for us. What still? Obi, you see that the president came to commend Emefiele.
Yes.
And now the stakeholders and political gladiators have seen us, the electorate, are so low-mindedly because they have seen that we have not moved as a people that think and reason on serious issues. Emefiele came out as a hard-carrying member of the party. They ensured that his poster was everywhere. Both cars that were branded. Same thing happened to Malami, which should not be a democratic space. But the opposition parties not even speak up to those effects or do anything about it because they know that if they do, the Nigerian populace cannot even relate. And it is a pitiable situation we find ourselves.
Yes, indeed. All right, let me go to the comment section now and take them. And we do have quite a number of those. Obi something, how are you? And this is from Chiagozie, thank you. This one, your name wasn't attached to today's headline. Oh, come on. Okay. Quickly, internet fraudster to wash Osun toilets, school toilet for 8 months. Why? This is not a stringent punishment, and after which they go back to their crimes. Now, wow. Secondly, direct security agencies to urgently rescue the captives. Why the long wait when their death is near? Since they know them, they should go and raid the area and free those people. I don't know who advises that our boo-boo. He is not being advised well. Okay, Oluna John Amechi says, Atiku raises team to woo Wike's River State government camp adamant. Normally, Wike supposed to betray PDP gruesomely. So he needs Wike. I thought he can do it alone. Wike's silence has cost Atiku and Okowa sleepless nights. You can't give what you don't have. Atiku thinks Wike is like other governors without structure. Your breakfast will surely be served. Let him go by himself. Why sending emissaries? If Wike accepts that, then he is really not Wike. Chimobi John Amechi says here, Atiku raises team to woo Wike. Rivers government adamant. Wike's silence has cost Atiku. Okay, sounding quite the same here. You can't give what you don't have. Atiku thinks Wike is like other governors. All right, let's move on. You have made your choice. You have taken a decision on those you want to take their advice, and you are convinced that you made the right decision. So why the reconciliation committee? Chimobi, thank you very much. Sam Ekere, Buhari directs security agencies to rescue abducted Kaduna train passengers. Help me tell Buhari good morning. It's unfortunate he always wakes up too late because he's never aware of anything, but posterity will always judge his ineptitude. Danny Chuk says, good morning. I gladly represent from D-Line. Please, the news on Obaseki being obedient from the look of things is not here. Why? Let me ask Ned Nwoko, if Obi becomes the president, is it wrong? Oga Minister for Girls Affairs, go inside your room and eat. Your wives are done cooking. Akachi Gabriel says, I'm representing from Umuajata Olokorumwa here. According to Obaseki, many Nigerians are now supporters of Peter Obi. Okay, we didn't carry that report. It was a video that is trending on Twitter, and I saw that video being posted by one of the P-Square duos. Gabby. All right, Gabby says thanks for the information. All right, thank you very much for joining me. Moses John says our Nigerian leaders are busy chasing their own ambition. That is why insecurity will not end in this country. We know what to do to end insecurity in this country. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we cannot go to the phone lines because we have a sponsored program coming up right about now. But thank you very, very much, Comrade Chuba. Thank you.
Always my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your day, and I know we're going to do this again soon. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay, unfortunately, this is the size of the review for today, but straight off, a sponsored program coming your way, and it's by Pips Global. Don't change the dial.
Everyone needs a superhero.
You've heard about it. It's real.
It is.
It's
Super FM, Nigeria's #1 family, lifestyle, talk and urban radio station.
The show on Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. Good morning to you. My name is Obi Ivy. Good to have you on the side with me. Okay, so I did tell you that we have guests, and we have guests from Global Business. And yes, first off, I'd like to introduce you to a financial expert, Dan Ako. Good to have you on Super FM.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Port Harcourt people.
Okay, and then we have, on the other hand, a representative of Pips Global, and that's Godwin Son. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Port Harcourt.
All right, so let's shoot straight. What is Pips Global about?
Okay, thank you very much for that. Pips Global Trading Company is a first-class indigenous company that equips people with the skill set to navigate the world's largest money market. Mm-hmm. You know, when you hear Pips Global, we're talking about finances, we're talking about financial emancipation. And when you talk about the financial market, we talk about things like Forex. Mm-hmm. Forex does a whooping of $6.3 trillion every day as a daily turnover.
Every day?
Every day. A lot of people need to know about this, that this market has a huge opportunity, you know, to helping people build a substantial income for themselves. Mm-hmm. But in Nigeria, we lack information. And that's why we are here, you know, on talking about not just Pips Global, but also the market that can actually help you build, you know, financial stability. Mm-hmm. You know, if you have a market that does a whooping of $6.3 trillion, you will agree with me that is a market with a whole lot of potentials.
Right.
This should already change a lot of lives in Nigeria. But the way you get things done matters a lot, because you can do the right thing in a wrong way. I can repeat that. You can do the right thing in a wrong way. And so I need to let people in Port Harcourt know this morning that if you are here, maybe you have been participating in the Forex market, or maybe you've been on digital currencies like the cryptos, or you've been doing stocks and all that. Now, you need to understand this. When you are getting into the market or involving yourself in the market based on ROI, which is return on investment, then there is going to be a little fracas. What I mean by a little fracas is that you cannot really earn, consistently from a system you don't know nothing of. Right. For example, we have several industries, just like the way we have the financial industry or the Forex industry. Now, we have industries like the entertainment industry. If I want to invest my money into entertainment, I am going to do better if I learn about entertainment. But in Nigeria, we don't have a system of learning. And it's affecting us. It's making us shooting ourselves at the leg. Because you are so naive and you give people your money and then you know nothing what they use the money for. And that's why you see, Pips Global says, no. What about if we show you a system of mentorship, a system of training, a system where you see this business as a skill? A skill you can earn through a skill in any part of the world. For example, if you are a carpenter, you get to the US, you are still a carpenter. If you produce paint like these guys who are into interior decorator, if you get into the US, you can still produce paint. That's why you see people need to learn a skill set added to their job or added to their planned dreams. That is where Pips Global comes in. We mentor you, we train you, and we empower you to become a first-class Forex trader. That is what Pips Global is all about.
All right, so you sound great, and all the things you said are amazing, but to be very honest, we've seen a lot of people do this. What are your tools? What makes Pips Global different and unique?
Okay, thank you. Now, you just said one of the unique part of Pips Global is our strategies. You see, I tell you, countries don't conquer because of might alone or economic might. They also conquer based on strategies. In Pips Global, we have a tested, well-proven strategies that work for us and also for people that are learning in our platform. I want to use that word again, that are learning